Okay, so these are going to be worth, you're going to translate it, you're going to solve it, and graph it. So you're going to have 3 parts there. Okay, so the difference of a number tripled and 1, so number tripled and 1, which would be the difference, which would be minus, is no more than, I guess I should circle that all. So no more than means less than or equal to negative 16. Okay, so now we need to solve that. So 3n minus 1 is less than negative 16. So I'm going to add 1, and then I'm left with 3n is less than or equal to negative 15. Divide by 3, and I get n is less than or equal to negative 5. So negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 6, negative 7. Less than or equal to is going to be a closed dot. And I want it to be less than, so I want it to point this direction. And if you guys notice, the way that your alligator points is the way that you want your arrow to point, if that helps you guys. On number 2, when we see less than right here, this is talking about taking away from this. So this is actually the subtraction sign. Remember that you are looking for the is greater than. That is going to tell you what your symbol is going to be on your inequality. So it says 5 less than the quotient. Okay, so this part has to come first. The quotient of a number and negative 4. That has to come first. So the quotient means divide by negative 4. So n divided by negative 4. And then I'm going to subtract 5 from it. And it says is greater than, not equal to, but greater than negative 2. So n divided by negative 4 minus 5 is greater than negative 2. Remember, I want to leave my variable here first and get rid of the number. So I'm going to add 5. Add 5. N divided by negative 4 is greater than negative 2. And then now I'm going to get rid of the negative 4. So divide, the opposite of divide is to multiply. So multiply by negative 4. What happens when I multiply by negative 4?
Wait.
What about the sign? What happens?
Hold on, when you added 5, how is it still negative 2?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, 3. Excuse me. 3. There's things you're going to have to correct me on. Okay? But whenever, because I was more concerned about my sign. So, negative 4, when we do this, it's going to flip my sign around. So it's now going to say n is less than negative 12. Because 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. So negative 12, negative 11, negative 10, negative 13, negative 14. Once again, my arrow is pointing in this direction. So this is going to be open with my arrow pointing this way. Okay, negative 4 multiplied by the sum of twice a number in 3. Okay, So negative 4 multiplied, I'm going to put the parentheses, the sum of twice a number, 2n and 3, is above. Let's look back real quick. What does above mean?
Greater than.
Above, greater than. Not greater than and equal to, but just greater than. So is greater than 20. Okay, let's solve it. I've got to distribute.
Negative 8n.
Negative 8n minus 12 is greater than 20. Which one do I get rid of first?
12. Add
I
12.
add
7.
12. And I get negative 8n is greater than 32. Divide by negative 8.
4.
And I get n. What's happening to my sign?
Flipping.
Flipping it because it's a negative. Negative 4. Let me move that up. Negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 5, negative 6. It's open
Left.
and okay, one more. Okay, the product of a number and 9, or a product, it should say and 9, not a 9. So 9n, so that goes together first, decrease by 5, so minus 5 is lower than. Is lower than means less than. 7 minus a number times 3. So a number times 3 is written as 3n. Very good. Okay, so now this is multi-step because we've got variables on both sides. Okay, so I want to bring my numbers to one side and my variable to the other side. So I'm going to do this in one step. So I'm going to add 5, and then I'm going to add 3 over here and add it to the other side. So plus 3n, plus 3n. These canceled out, these two cancel out. And now I can do the next part. So 9 plus 3 is 12n. Is less than 7 plus 5 is 12. And now I'm going to divide by 12. And I get n is less than 1. 1, 2, 3. 0, negative 1. And this is open. And once again, my arrow is pointed in this direction. Now, it's not always going to be like that. These examples, all 4 of them, we're pointing.
Hey, is the 6th and 7th grade to go back tomorrow?
Huh?
The 6th and
No, they go back
tomorrow.
Saturday.
Okay?
We go back Saturday.
They go back Saturday.